Good day, YouTube family. Like and subscribe. So tonight we're talking about rappers and the industry going too soon. All these rappers under the age of 30 that did not make it. We have Takeoff right here, Little Peep, Big L. Is always a whole bunch of different scenarios of why they did not make it or why they're not here with us today. And my thing is pretty much the rap industry is extremely dangerous. It is extremely dangerous and they are losing their lives way too early. It is just getting out of control, continuous circle. So that is a demonic industry. And all I have to say is when it comes down to this particular industry, you just have to put God first. Put the Lord Jesus Christ first. In King James chapter 4 verses 10, the Lord Jesus Christ said to Satan that you are to thou shalt worship thy Lord thy God, and him only shall thy serve. So don't put none of these different entities, physical items, other gods, other physical things such as chains, cars, homes, money. Do not put none of that before the Lord, because at the end of the day, it's only materialistic things. And these people are losing their lives chasing, and I mean chasing, crap. So put the Lord first. Good day. So we're talking about these rap artists that do not make it to the age of 30. Now, there are so many, and the list goes on and on, that are not able to make it to the age of 30. The rap industry is just completely dangerous. Very, very dangerous. You have all the glitz and the glam. They're showing chains, they're showing fancy cars, they're showing money, they're showing all these different physical items, but they don't even get a chance to actually develop and live their lives. They don't even make it to age 30 where they can change their way of thinking. Now, I'm going to show you some different artists. As you can see, we have Eazy-E right here. Now, he died of HIV. Then we had Tupac. He was murdered. XX Tentacion murdered. Little Snoop murdered. Lisa Left Eye Lopez lost her life in Honduras due to an auto accident. Biggie Smalls murdered. Now, the list goes on and on. It continues. Tupac and Big, we never found the actual people who were responsible for their murder. Tupac, West Coast, signed with Death Row. We never had the definitive information, and a crime was never actually solved as far as who took him out of here. And then we have Biggie. Biggie, he went to the West Coast to promote his album. Now, the reason why he went to the West Coast was because of Sean Puff Daddy Combs. He wanted him out that way. Now, at that time, according to Gene Deal, and everything lines up, Big did not want to be on the West Coast. Biggie had previously been in a major auto accident. Biggie was already a large guy. He had been in an auto accident, and the man was not even able to maneuver well because he had an injury. He couldn't even walk. He was using a cane for support. But Sean Combs wanted him out on the West Coast. Now, mind you, Tupac had just been murdered not that long ago. You had the people on the West Coast and the whole entire world grieving Tupac. But here goes immature, silly Puff Daddy, as they call him, Sean Puffy Combs at the time, P. Diddy. He went out of his way and he made this man, only at the age of 24, go to the West Coast. And that night that he made him go to the West Coast, he ended up losing his life. He made that man lose his life. It's just ridiculous. Now, he's in jail, Sean Puff Daddy Combs, for a different scenario, but I feel as though karma comes back to everybody. So, it is what it is. And we have right here Lisa Left Eye Lopez. Now, she was with the group TLC. Now, Lisa Left Eye Lopez, when they went bankrupt and they didn't receive any of their money, she did go into the office and she waved the gun in front of Clive Davis' face. I don't think Clive Davis, and many people, according to the information, said he was offended. He never got over the scenario of Lisa Left Eye Lopez running that gun and throwing that gun in his face. And she left this world early. She died in Honduras. Lil Snoop, he was signed by Meek Mills, and he went back home and he lost his life just being out there. He shouldn't even have been in that neighborhood after he got signed. And XXXTentacion, this man, going to get a freaking motorcycle, allegedly. He lost his freaking life and he was killed and murdered. And it's always a whole bunch of different scenarios. There's no industry that is more freaking dangerous than being a rapper. It's like you have the fame and all the glitz and the glam, but it ain't worth it. It is not worth it. It's like the devil's playground. It is so dangerous. So when it comes to becoming a rapper, it's alright. If that's your passion and you enjoy music, then do what makes you happy. Because that's what life is about. But don't go signing these contracts with these labels because it does not pan out. It seems a majority of the time it's just not a win. Do what makes you happy, but sometimes not having the major fame may equal more happiness in the long term. That's all I got to say pertaining to that because it's just not balancing out. Here's some more young individuals that didn't even get a chance to make it to the age of 30. This is King Von right here. This is Juice WRLD, Mac Miller, Pop Smoke. Juice WRLD apparently died of a drug overdose. King Von murdered. Mac Miller, drug overdose. Pop Smoke, murdered due to a burglary incident. Now, I don't really know much, but I know that they thought that going into the industry was going to be advantageous to them, but entering this industry, as far as the music industry, was nothing but a disaster for these men because they didn't even get a chance to make it to the age of 30. Their mind didn't get a chance to develop. They just didn't win with signing up to be an artist for this industry. All I can say is that based on what I'm seeing is a repetitive habit and all I see is wickedness. It's ridiculous. Now, I do enjoy music, but if music is going to be taking these artists out of here before they can even reach 30, nothing's good is coming about from this nonsense. Nothing at all. Fame does not seem to be worth it in my eyes. So, as Kirk Franklin says, I'd rather have Jesus than silver and gold. Now, this world is a mystery, and there are many things that we don't know. But it's safer for me to have faith in the Lord Jesus Christ than to go any other way. So I thank you for listening. Have a blessed night.